Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to Show Me Mo Vegan and another What I Eat in a Day video. Today is a work day for me, so I've already done a little bit of yoga, which is how I start off every morning. I usually do maybe just 10 to 20 minutes of some light stretching just to get my body moving in the morning. After yoga, I usually eat breakfast and then start working. I work from home, and I usually eat leftovers on these days just so that everything's ready to go since I am working all day. But today I had a few things I wanted to prep to go with my lunch, so I'm gonna do that before work and then I'll have my breakfast. So I'll let you take a look at what I'm prepping and eating for breakfast, and then I'll see you later for lunch. So I'm having like a nacho bowl or a taco bowl for lunch today. So I'm just chopping up some tortillas. These are the Mi Rancho thin, what are they called? Thin credibles. And these don't have any salt, oil, or sugar in them, so I like them a lot. And they're very thin, so they crisp up really fast in my toaster oven. So I'm just going to cut those up so they're ready to go for me at lunch. And then I'm also gonna make a quick salsa to go with that. So I'm just chopping up some red onion. So I'm using tomatoes from my local farmer's market. I'm actually part of a CSA. I have some videos. If you want to see, I'll link to a playlist for that. And from the farmer's market, I also got these peppers. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but they're shishito peppers. And I just blistered them a little bit in a pan. Most recipes out there said to do this with oil, but I just did it in a dry pan because I'm oil-free. And supposedly 9 out of 10 of these peppers are mild, but 1 out of 10 is hot. I've been getting these for a couple weeks now from the CSA, and so far I haven't had any that were really hot. All of mine have been pretty sweet, but we will see what it's like today. So I'm gonna add several of these to my salsa and then save the rest just to snack on. And since these aren't super hot peppers, I'm just going to leave the seeds, I think. And then I'm just going to add some parsley. And I'll dress it up with a little lime juice. So that's just a really quick, easy homemade salsa that I'm going to eat along with lunch. And now I'll go make my breakfast and then I'm off to work. I have some steel cut oats that I batch cooked and I use those every week. So I cook them on Sunday and then use it throughout the week. And I add different kinds of fruits to that. Today I have mango and raspberries, and I always use dates to sweeten it up. So I'll just microwave a portion of that. And then I'm making my smoothie now, and I just did a video recently where I showed how I made my smoothie. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it already. Today I'm adding greens, cucumbers, celery, and then I'm going to use bananas and blueberries. And if you want to see exactly what I put in my smoothie, you can check that video out. And I don't usually use milk in my smoothies, but I have some open soy milk today, so I'll add a little bit of that in. But I'll also add some water. Normally I just use water to blend my smoothies. got a nice surprise today from my mom. She went shopping this morning and swung by and gave me this fresh, organic, fair trade ginger. She found it at Sam's and got it for me because I always put ginger in my smoothies for breakfast, and I usually just use the powder, but had been thinking about starting to use fresh ginger. So it was really lucky that she found this in bulk, and so thank you, Mom. I'll probably end up freezing this so that it will last longer, and then I'll just use it in my morning smoothies or for cooking. Pro tip with ginger, it actually grates really easily when it's frozen. So it's a good idea to keep it on hand in your freezer, and then you always have it for cooking. My lovely spider plant continues to have more spider plant babies, and I think it's about time for me to harvest a few more of these. If I have time today, I think I will cut a few of these babies off. So for lunch, I have some greens here that I just tore up into tiny pieces, and then some black beans that I mixed with a taco seasoning and a little bit of tomato paste. And then I have that salsa that I prepped this morning before work. So I'll pile that alongside. And I also have the corn tortillas toasting in the toaster oven. And I think I'll also eat a couple of these peppers, which I put in the salsa. But since I have some left, and now I better check on those chips. So check those out. They toast up so perfectly. Listen to this crunch. I don't know if you can hear that. And oh my gosh, they're hot. These are perfect for a nice crunch to your meal. No salt, no oil, just plain tortilla chips. I also take a vitamin B12 supplement. I take 1,000 micrograms 2 or 3 times a week. And I also take a vegan vitamin D supplement because I definitely do not get enough sun. Of course, it would be better to get it from the sunshine, but I don't always make that happen. So I take a supplement. Okay, my workday is over and I'm really excited for dinner. These are leftovers of some things I made the other day, and so I already know they're delicious. I have some cantaloupe, which is locally grown and organic. I got this from my CSA. I've been sharing videos of what I've been getting in my CSA and what I've been making with it. I'll link the playlist in case you've missed those. And over here, I have lentils that I just put barbecue sauce on. And then I have a little salad here that I made with massaged kale, purple cabbage. I've also got some purple onion and scallions in there and parsley. I dressed it up with a little bit of tahini, some lime juice and balsamic vinegar, and a little bit of date syrup. And then this has quinoa, green beans, tomatoes, parsley, and leeks. The leeks, tomatoes, and green beans also came from my CSA. Oh, and I put some red onion in this one too. And I simply dressed this up with red wine vinegar and Dijon mustard. And oh my gosh, it turned out so much better than I even imagined. It's so good. And you can eat this warm or cold. So when I first made it, it was warm, but I've been eating the leftovers cold and it's really delicious. Finally, I have my banana cornbread here, and I just recorded a video showing how to make this. I'm not sure if it'll be posted yet when I post this video, but if it is, I'll put a link to it, and if it's not, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and all that so you can catch that video whenever it does come out. Also, I know this looks like a lot of food, but that's what I love about eating a whole food vegan diet. All of the food has such a low calorie density that you can eat so much more food, and I love eating. So this is the perfect lifestyle for me. I am not a go to the gym and use workout equipment type of a person, but I do like to get some physical activity in every day. So I choose activities that are fun for me and I alternate between them. Things like Pilates, yoga, taking a walk, handstands, and more often than not, dance workouts. In addition to food, my other big obsession is all things dance related. I love any and all types of dance, so I do dance workouts all the time. And today I chose a ballroom workout. This one is a jive, and I'll put a link in the description below with the video that I was following in case anybody else wants to give it a try. It was a lot of fun. I did have some time to take a few of the babies off the spider plant, so I planted those here. I only had 4 more pots, so there's still quite a few left on the plant. I think that's about it for today, so I'll go ahead and sign off. Time to wind down and relax for the rest of the evening. Hopefully you got some ideas for your next plant-based meal from this video, and if you did, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.